So it's springtime, and springtime is honeybee time. Now, thank goodness honeybees aren't quite this big, but I wanted to show you that an honeybee is an insect. And I know it's an insect because it has three parts. It has its head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Now, insects have 6 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're attached right here to the thorax. All insects will be like that. Insects also have some kind of antenna. Now, honeybees have 4 wings, 2 sets on each side, to help them in flight. Now, of course, honeybees also have a stinger, and people worry all the time that honeybees want to sting them. They don't want to sting you. Did you know that when a honeybee stings you, it dies? So honeybees only sting when they think that their hive is really in danger, or if they feel like they are in danger as well. So when honeybees are around, you know what? We just sit and we watch. There's no need to scream or wave your arms. They'll find out that you're not a flower and they'll buzz away. Now, honeybees help us in a lot of different ways. All those wonderful fruits and vegetables you love to eat, apples and peaches and grapes. Without honeybees pollinating the flowers, we wouldn't have those. And of course, honeybees create honey, a wonderful, sticky, sweet substance that is just so good to eat. Did you know that honeybees are the only insect that produces something that human beings eat? That would be the honey. So today we're going to learn a little bit more about honeybees. I'm going to put my friend right over here. And in our book titled The Honeybee, we're going to learn about not just what a honeybee does, but how honey is made and some of the different bees you find inside a hive. So this book is being read with permission from Simon Schuster, and it was written by Kirsten Hall and illustrated by Isabel Arsenault. Now, what I love about this book too is it's written in a poem. So let's learn about the honeybee. I love the front of the book. Look, it's striped black and yellow like a honeybee. Okay, here we go. The honeybee. A field, a tree, climate, and sea. For miles all around you grow wild and free flowers. But then, shh, what's that? Well, you know what the title of the book is, so I bet you know it's about to show up. Do you hear it? You're near it. It's closer. It's coming. It's buzzing. It's humming. It's a bee. 4 tiny wings. They buzz and they sing. They're clapping and flapping, a busy bee's lapping. Lap, lap, lap. That means that they are licking something up. Tap, tap, tap. Searching, perching. This one, this is the flower the bee has chosen. This is the flower the pollen grows in. This is the flower, the color so bright, its sweet blooming scent calls the bee from its flight. Such a long trip, it's time for a sip, sugary, watery. What is that called that the bees eat from inside the flowers? Nectar. There now, it drills down. The bee sips and spills now. There now, it swills now. It sits, oh, so still now. There now, it fills now. It's back to the hive now. More pollen, more nectar. It's mealtime. Buzz, buzz. So the bees drink the nectar. That's what their food source is, so that they have the energy to fly. And you'll notice that this bee has these little round yellow pieces on its legs. That's pollen from the flower. And that bee is going to use the pollen back in the hive. Buzz, buzz, a crowd, swarming and teeming and loud, flapping, flying, landing, prying. All of this nectar, it's ours, it's ours. They work on the flowers for hours and hours. until little bees with heavy sacks, lifting, shifting, turning back. Zoom they race, zoom they chase, zoom they zoom and pick up the pace, and then zoom they see it up ahead. Our hive, our hive, our hiding place. Watch them arrive, watch how their hive buzzes alive. Buzz. Now there can be between 50 and 70,000 bees inside one hive. It's a lot of bees. Now the bees that go out to look for the pollen and nectar, we call those the foragers. So let's see what happens when the foragers get back to the hive. Where are the flowers you found today? Dance for us, foragers. Show us the way. Did you know bees dance? When they find a good food supply, they'll go back to the hive and they'll do a dance so the other bees know how to get there. A dance begins with the waggle, wiggle. The dance is lovely. Tremble, jiggle. The dance goes straight now in a line. A figure 8 is the final sign. Oh, now we know where to go. Thanks for the secret and thanks for the show. New foragers leave on a searching mission, while house bees march forward with hungry ambition. So now they're going to take that pollen into the hive. Let's see what happens next. Chew, chew, chew. That's what we do. We suck out the nectar, we suck it straight through. Chew, chew, chew. We're changing its makeup. We're giving the nectar a chemical shakeup. Chew, chew, chew. We make it like glue. Make it thick, make it stick, make it slick, make it new. Chew, chew, chew. We're finally through. But there's more to do at home. Like fill the honeycomb. They jam its cells with nectar plaster, then rev up the engines and beat their wings faster. So they actually, once the honey is in the honeycomb, they use their wings to dry it. Whoosh, they're strong despite their size. Swoosh, the nectar cools and dries. It's getting thicker now. Wings move quicker now. Fan, fast, pump, blast. We did it. We did it. So what is that nectar in those honeycombs going to turn into? I bet you know. It's honey at last. And now to keep it safe, tiny honey cells are capped, liquid gold is sealed and trapped, and only when it's needed most, a hungry day will these vaults be packed. So once they fill all of the cells, they cover them with wax, and then they save it for when there's a time when there's not enough to eat. Outside the hive come shorter days, cooler winds and softer rays, fewer eggs to birth and raise. With the queen less busy, the hive's less buzzy. The bees amass all soft and fuzzy. Come now, rest, join our nest, huddle and cuddle, the winter's our test. So then in wintertime, we have to hope the bees have saved enough honey to make it through. Because in wintertime, the flowers aren't blooming and there's nowhere for them to get fresh nectar. So all through the winter, the bees stay inside the hive. Maybe there's a few warm days they can come out, but they stay huddled all together inside their hive. Pop a bud, drip some mud. Creatures stir in the melting snow, and inside the hive, the bees, they know. Hum, it's springtime, hum, life anew. One little bee in a tree knows what to do. Watch it zoom. A field, a tree, climb it and see. From a faraway hive through this hard-working, honey sweet bee. So when you see bees, don't think about smushing them. Think about how they do so many important jobs for us, like pollinating our crops, the food that we eat so that we have plenty of fresh vegetables and fruit, and of course, making the delicious honey that we love. So bees are our friends. I hope you enjoyed the story of the honeybee, and I can't wait to see you back in the library again.